Hi guys, it's your girl Whitney and I'm bringing you guys another video. So jumping right in, you already see that my wig cap is installed on my head. All I'm doing is cutting holes into the ear tabs so that it fits perfectly onto my head. You guys can continue seeing with your eyes what I'm doing and I'll just narrate as needed. So boom, after the whole wig cap situation is situated, I'm going to go in with my wig glue. And yes, I said it, my wig glue. I know a lot of people use like adhesive spray, but I watched it somewhere on YouTube. I can't really remember whose channel. Someone tried putting like the wig glue on first and followed it on with a adhesive spray, and all that does is help the wig cap stay on longer. And y'all, ever since I've started doing this method, my wig cap does not lift up. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Don't knock it till you try it. Y'all, do not continue working with the wig cap or hair if you see that your wig glue is still white. Let it turn clear and let it dry clear, and that's when you know it's ready. Now I'm gonna go in with my Bold Hold adhesive spray. I love this spray. I know that a lot of people use the red can one and I haven't tried it, but next I'm gonna buy that one because I think it just works a lot better. All I'm doing is following the trace of my hairline, and I'm gonna use like the stick end of my razor blade or microblade, whatever, to kind of just trace it and prevent it from being messy and spreading all over my head. So spray a little, spread it with a stick, spray a little, spread it with a stick. It's a pattern, as you can see. Once you touch your wig cap and you feel that it's no longer wet or sticky, then it's ready. So now I'm just going to take a foundation powder that is slightly lighter than my shade, and I'm just going to go all over my wig cap with it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to concentrate that foundation powder primarily on the front of my hairline, especially where that adhesive spray and wig glue was, just because that's the front of your hair and basically your lace is going to sit on there, and you want that to look as natural as possible. You want your wig cap to give scalp. You want to look like a bald head scallywag right now. It's okay if you have an egg head. You're doing it right. Now, I'm a really extra person, so all I'm gonna do is go over my wig cap with the adhesive spray just so the makeup really sets in there. Like, I don't know, I just like the finalization feel it gives me. And then I'm just gonna blow dry it dry. So once everything is set, I'm just gonna go in and start cutting the wig cap. This is low-key my favorite part. I don't know why. It's just really satisfying. First, I'm gonna start with scissors, then I'm gonna switch to my blade for a more precise cut. And y'all, take your time. Don't cut your forehead because we're gonna put alcohol in it and it's gonna burn. So just take your time and be sure to trace your hairline. Like the guide that you use with the glue, the wig glue, and the adhesive spray, trace that guide and take your time.
straight up.
So once I'm done cutting the wig cap, all I do is take the 2 loose pieces on each side of my head and I just tie it like I'm tying a shoelace in the back, and that secures it. Now it's time to clean our forehead with alcohol. So basically I'm going to go in with, I don't know what percentage alcohol it is, but y'all, it's just the local alcohol you find at Walmart or CVS or something. And I'm just going to clean the very front, like the perimeter of my wig cap. Make sure you don't touch the wig cap because that's where the glue is. But I'm just cleaning that area because we want to make sure that our wig glue actually sticks extremely well. Our wig glue is going to be touching the skin in our forehead and the wig cap. So make sure you clean that area super nice so it sticks the way it should. So now for the fun part, we're going to start applying our glue. So I'm going to use a method where I touch the glue onto my forehead and then the wig cap one at a time. So as you can see, I'm doing dots. So it's wig cap, forehead, wig cap, forehead, wig cap, forehead. And this is going to make sense when I start to spread it out. So you can see that there's not an over concentration of glue on one certain part of my head. And it's just a lot easier to work with. And I just have a lot more control. So pay attention. Y'all, I'm so sorry for the pause, but my cousin started calling me, and one thing about me is I'm finna pick up. So if y'all see my mouth moving, I'm not crazy, yo. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to my cousin on my laptop. And yeah.
That now, since I don't really have to go home. Teachers are old and they don't know how to use internet. Like, they don't know how to use the internet or what do you, internet.
Your professor's an old head?
That's what it's looking like, because talk about the assignment he put in was due in 2020. Like, let's be
what? Nah, bruh.
They're not replying to no emails.
I would have been like, "Ewo, guy." Ewo, that's sort of like, come on now. 2020.
What, at this school in 2020? No, like, that's for real.
I feel like usually old head professors are easier to pass their class.
That's why I took his class.
Like, they don't, like, I'm not trying to say nothing mean, but it's like you can finesse them. Type.
Honestly, that's what happened last semester. I think one of my old head teachers, like, he just got frustrated, and then he ended up giving everybody an A for the class.
He's like, well, I'm just gonna get paid. Am I by me?
Right.
Am I by me?
I am not at all.
No, that's funny. Anyways, so I typically like to apply 3 to 4 layers of glue. So it just depends on how long you want to wear your install for. I typically strive for a week, and I use the Ebony like brand glue. So I apply 3 to 4 good layers, and I let the layers dry clear before I apply the next one on top of it. So as you can see, I'm just spreading it out, taking my time. No one's rushing me. And yeah, the more patience you have doing your hair, the better it'll come out.
straight up. Straight up.
So here is the hair that we're going to be installing today. I went ahead to pre-bleach the knots and pluck the edges off camera. This wig is actually kind of funny because it drained me of a lot of my energy. The first time I bleached it, I over bleached the knots, guys, so I had to go back and like re-dye the roots. And then the second time I had to re-dye it again just because I didn't dye it well the first time, and then I did it a third time because it didn't dye well the second time. Girl, it was a lot, but we made it here to the finish line. And I went ahead and cut the tabs, like the whole lace. I cut it into 3 tabs so I can work with it in sections, which is just a lot better for me. So once my wig cap is done drying, I just apply the sections one at a time. And as you can see, it like once I lay down that section onto the wig, I like to press my comb through it, like really press my comb through it and comb through that front hairline, just so I know that the wig is really secured and glued down the way it should be. Continue watching and you'll basically see what I'm talking about.
Straight up.
So now I'm just cutting off the excess lace so it sits well around my ears. I'm cutting off the excess lace around my ear tab, just making sure it's super comfortable for me. And take your time. Like I said before, take your time. No one is rushing you. I'm using my blade rather than the scissors just because it allows me to have more control. Next, I'm going to go in with my elastic band. Make sure that the elastic band is sitting right on your hairline. And I'm going to tie it really tight just so we can have the ultimate melt. Y'all, make sure it's comfortable on your head. Don't suffocate the blood flow to your brain now, because we're not doing that. But do let it be tight to your comfortability. And then minimum waiting time, 30 minutes. Let it sit for 30 minutes. We're back, and it's been a little over 30 minutes for me, and I prefer it that way just because I like to make sure that I gave my lace enough time to melt. Now I'm just going over the lace with a blow dryer, and that's just to be extra. I'm just being extra, y'all. So I'm taking off my band, and yeah, let's get to work. know it looks like I'm being super rough with my hair, but y'all, I promise I'm not. These clips are sped up, so just keep that in mind. So now I'm gonna start cutting the lace of the hair, and this part really just lets me appreciate why I cut the lace into tabs of 3. So I'm not doing everything in one whole, I'm doing it section by section. And when you're cutting your lace, please use zigzag motions. If you cut in a straight line, your hair will look a lot more wiggy, but if you cut in zigzag motions, it looks a lot more natural. And again, be careful and take your time. So now I'm going to start parting my edges, and the goal in mind is to make 2 cute swoops on each side of my forehead and swoops at my sideburns as well. And that's it.
straight up.
Memorize.
30 hertz straight up.
I've been really getting into middle parts lately, so I'm going to go for a classic middle part. Side parts are usually my go-to, but the last time I installed a wig, I did a middle part and it just looked really, really good on me. So I'm gonna recreate that. And yeah, while I'm doing that, as you can see, my edges are setting underneath the elastic band. And I'm just gonna go ahead and style the wig to my liking.
Memorize.
30 hertz straight up.
Memorize.
30 hertz straight up.
So the only thing you need to style this hair is water and a little bit of mousse, and that's literally all I'm going to apply to it. I'm going to spritz one side of my hair with water, and then I'm going to comb through it with a brush. Then I'm going to go through it with my fingers for those defined finger curls, and then lastly I'm going to scrunch it within the palms of my hand. So once both sides of my hair has been styled, I'm just gonna go over everything with a hot comb. This is just to ensure that my hair is super, super flat. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of volume and definition to the front of my hair. I'm super, super meticulous about my edges, and I don't know, my edges just take time. Edges to me is like applying your eyelashes after you're done with your makeup. So I'm super, super careful when it comes to doing my edges, and I just like to take my time. As you can see, I haven't even cut it yet, but I'm gonna do it soon. And then I'm gonna style it to how I feel like the swoops should fall. So yeah, just keep watching, y'all. It's better to see than explain.
Memorize. 30 hertz straight up.
Flat ironing your edges just makes them super fluffy and a lot easier to work with. So if you're able to, I do recommend you to flat iron your edges. It's not absolutely mandatory, but it is like quite helpful.
Memorize. 30 hertz straight up. Memorize. 30 hertz straight up. Memorize. 30 hertz straight up.
So last but certainly not least, I like to go back with my foundation palette, and I just like to touch up that hairline. And all I'm doing is making it look a lot more natural, like my skin tone, giving it that scalp effect that the hair is coming straight out the roots and not the scalp. So that's all I'm doing, y'all. That's all I'm doing. All right, guys, this is the final vlog, and I am absolutely in love with it. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Bye. Love you.